there's more nostalgia coming your way because apparently there's a reboot, well, kind of continuation of The Mummy coming. That's what's happening now in development. Now, they've been developing this since December, apparently, when the actual directors from the Batgirl came on board, which, you know, the thing is, like, will they still be attached? Who knows after the Batgirl was canceled and taken off. But the directing team of Adel El Arabi and Bill Al-Fallah are actually being attached to this. And I don't know if they're going to be doing this still or not. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue going forward because I'm not really sure about this. But apparently, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's attached to be the Scorpion King again. Also, Rachel Weisz is attached. And now, just recently, Oded Fehr and John Hannah came on board. And if you wonder who they are, well, Oded Fehr was actually the guardian of the temple and the mummy to make sure it's buried and not disturbed. And John Hannah was the brother who was stealing stuff and causing shenanigans for the whole time, Rachel Weisz's brother. So those two are coming back. Now Hannah did all 3 movies, but Oded Fehr only did like the first 2. And of course, here's the elephant in the room. Where's Brendan Fraser, though? He's the only person that's not been talking about this, been involved with this. I think the thing is, though, he said in an interview not too long ago, he said, I don't know how it would work out, but I'd be open to it if someone came up with the right concept. So the idea is if they're all involved, I'm guessing Brendan Fraser's coming back. I mean, he has to, right? I mean, the Tom Cruise one didn't work out. So what do? As a studio, you can't make big bucks with Tom Cruise as a reboot. So what do? You bring the old team back. That's what you do. Bring back the old team and do it again one more time. And they better have the original Mummy back. They haven't said about him either because he was great. He was freaking awesome. But I don't know. Do we need a Mummy reboot, though? We need a Mummy 4, this would technically be. Do we need that? Sabrina, what do you think? Would you watch a Mummy 4 if everybody's back, the whole gang? Or do you think they should just let the mummy die like the Tom Cruise version did and keep it buried in the desert forever with all those tombs that are still not found?
Wow, that was such an intense question for something so silly. I will see it if Brendan Fraser's in it. How do you say it properly? Fraser. Brendan Fraser. Channing Tatum. Just kidding. Okay. So if Brendan Fraser is back, I will see it. Also, I was very disappointed in the whole Tom Cruise situation. And it wasn't even that bad of a movie. It just was like, who needed it? Who wanted it? It was just, it was pretty useless. And so when I saw a reboot of The Mummy, I was like, oh, please, sweet baby Jesus. But if we go back to the original situation and Brendan Fraser is back and Rachel Weisz and all the peoples, I will see it. I mean, I'll be honest, it's probably going to be similar to what's happening with Indiana Jones right now, but I'll still watch it.
Which you can compare these movies quite a bit, actually. It's kind of the same kind of genre, the, adventure, like MacGuffin type thing, go out in the middle of the desert and find something. So it's kind of in the similar territory, but I feel like this might do better. I mean, honestly, after the last one did so bad and it didn't have the original cast and now the original cast could be coming back, I mean, it could do better, right, Rachel? What do you think? Do you think that Brendan Fraser should sign on and do this and join the crew and go back to the desert one more time and fight that mummy? Or do you think he should stick around and be a whale for a while and stop doing that?
I think he absolutely will sign up and come back. He speaks very fondly of the Mummy franchise. He's not one of those actors who is like trying to shove off his most popular franchise. Like, he embraces it. He loves it. He goes to fan screenings of it sometimes and like talks to the crowd and like he's about it. So I think he'll definitely come back for it, especially with having Rachel Weisz back. Like, absolutely. I could not be more thrilled for this. This was every bisexual child of the 90s favorite movie. The cast was immaculate. Look at the cast. Just look at them. Question answered. Done.
Moving on.
Look at those beautiful people. How could you not love every single person in that film?
How about Imhotep too? You gotta give Imhotep some love too.
Yeah, once he's back in his like body shape and not a scary sand person, like absolutely, highs all around. So let's get some middle-aged hotties back into this. Absolutely, let's do this. I'm here for it. Make it right now.
The question is, though, do you bring in, because they tried doing that the third one, they brought his son in. Do you try to bring like a younger character in to lead the pack? Or do you just let that be like, Yeah, we're
No,
I mean,
either do it or don't do it. Don't half-ass me.
I think if you're going to have a younger character, you do a younger version of the Guardians. You show like the next generation of the people who are protecting the curse, like protecting the world from the curse. I think that would be the only interesting way to bring in a younger character.
And then Brendan Fraser fucks it all up again.
Yeah, he fucks it up. Rachel Weisz, or probably the brother.
Probably the brother.
Was
You're
the
right.
one fucking everything up. So it's probably he fucks it up. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz have to come back and reunite because they're divorced in the third movie. And
that's true.
They come back, they're in love again, everyone's happy. It's fantastic. Make it right now.
But do we do a new mummy then? Is it a new mummy though? That's the question. Or is it the same mummy from the first one somehow? The first two, I should say.
No,
isn't there only one mummy?
No, because Jet Li did one in the third one, right?
Yeah, they did like an Asian situation for the third movie.
Oh, but were they in Asia?
Yeah.
Were they on a different continent?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's mummies in all the continents.
That movie, people really don't like that movie.
Yeah, I think that if Brendan Fraser came back and everybody else apparently wants to come back, then why would we not do it? And so the movement's already been happening for a while, working forward for this, getting people on board. And then once the whole gang is back, Brendan Fraser's going to say yes. If he hasn't said yes already, because he probably has already. They just hasn't gotten out there yet. They're probably waiting to make a big announcement about this. And it would probably happen over this whole, like, which has just been going on, you know, like all the big geekathon, like big Comic-Con things. But the problem is with all the strikes and everything else, everything's kind of been like subdued and no one really wants to make any announcements right now until people are back to work 100%.
In reality, he was probably the first one to sign back on with the whole Fraser Renaissance. I can't see them moving forward with this project if he wasn't part of it.